was motivation and emotion. So the subtopic that I will be getting today is display rule and how it affects our understanding of emotion. And so before I talk about display rule, I must explain what motivation and emotion is in order for you to understand properly. So motivation is anything that energizes, directs, or activates you to take any action. For example, this could be like something that makes you want to go play, makes you want to go just basically do any type of action. And emotion is your instinctive state of mind that is derived from your circumstance, your mood, your relationship, and your action. And many people think that emotion is the same as feeling and mood, but they're not the same because feeling is something that is more personal and private to that particular person, but mood is so it's not the same. And mood is compared to emotion, mood lasts longer than emotion. And these two, motivation and emotion, have a cause and effect relationship because something can motivate you to act, and the result of that action can be what causes your emotion. And so now display rule. Display rule is the culture or social norm social norm on how to properly express your emotion in a particular environment. So, for example, work. There are many types of occupations in the world, and each one has their own environment. And in each environment, there are different emotions, or there are different display rule in every workplace. So, for example, if you were to become a lawyer, then your display rule would be kind of serious. You wouldn't want to act all you want to act all happy. You don't want to act all depressed. You don't want to act all you don't want to look too you don't want to look too overjoyed. And so you have to have a pretty serious look. You have to have a pretty serious emotion when you're working. And another thing is a child caretaker. They must have their display rule is mostly happiness. Their display rule is most likely happy, joyful, and entertaining because when you're working with kids, you don't want to look too sad because that'll make them sad, and your whole point is to make them look happy. And so another great example is a funeral and a wedding because these two are completely polar. These two have completely different display rules. So for a funeral, you're gonna want to be acting more depressed and sad, which is different from a wedding, which you are expected to act all happy and cheerful. And so these two environments have their very own display rule. And like if you don't act that way, then it's not. So then it's considered it's not. Then it's considered. Then it's considered rude or disrespectful towards the event. And so another thing that display rule can cause is false impression. This is when, like, for example, you have a very important competition, you lose that competition, and you tell that other person that he or she did very well, but in reality, you're actually really sad and you don't want to, and you're actually really sad and want to cry. But the reason why you tell that person that he did really well is because of the display rule. That situation, that environment, that action was the right thing to do. So that is why you did it. You didn't show your true emotion. You showed your false emotion. And how does that help us understand emotion? So in order to understand, uh, the display rule helps us understand emotion in cultures because it shows how different cultures act the way they do. They show us why they act the way they do. It shows why they show different emotions in certain places that they wouldn't show in others. And so also in public, it shows why people display different emotions in different places. Like people could show a sad emotion on this part of this part of the town, while others show happy emotion on this side of the town. And display will help us understand where and why people do that. And like I said, in funerals and weddings, in events, display helps us understand why people show that particular emotion in certain events. Thank you.
这边在呢。
你不是在